Hello everyone. This is Daljit Kapoor, Digital Marketing Manager at USAIS. I am the reason why all of you are here. First of all, thank you for joining this webinar and a very warm welcome to all of you. Before we dive into this session, let me take a quick call to tell who we are. US Area Immigration Services is a US based immigration firm with over 25 plus of experience in US immigrations. We work exclusively on US visa, which is what makes us unique. From business visa to investment visa to work visa to green cards, our focus has always just one thing: US immigrations. Now, without taking much time, I do like to introduce our experts who will be guiding you today. So we have Mr. Khwahish Goel, Director at USAIS, who brings years on hand-on experience in L1A cases. And a quick reminder, after our expert session, you will get a chance to clear all your queries in questions around. So Mr. Goel, over to you.
Hello everyone. So my name is Khwaish and thank you Daljit for the lovely introduction. I think most of you already know me and I am the director of USCIS India Private Limited and I am with this organization for more than you can say 3 years. And our niche only lies in US immigration and that too like from you can say many years. Like our US office is in Fremont, California, and this is our branch office in India, and we have branches in Bangladesh as well. So today's session is basically designed for business owners, founders, directors, and senior managers who want to open a US office or they want to send someone to the US office to either open a new branch or to either manage their existing business in the United States. So in today's session, like we will quickly cover about what basically L1A visa is, L1A visa categories, who qualifies for the same, what are the office requirements in both scenarios, the new office as well as the existing US office. Then comes up the investment and business setup, timelines, and the mistakes that we do which can lead to problems in the future, and then the green card pathway, and then in the end we will be taking up the question and answers part. So I think we should start the session. So I think everyone can hear me, and if you have any questions, and then after that we'll be having a question and answer part as well in the end. So basically, like L1A visa, we all consider it as an investment visa, or most of the people consider it as a work visa. But none of that is 100% true, because L1A visa does not require any kind of huge investment or it is not a proper work visa. So we consider it as a business visa for Indian companies or any company which is located outside the US and is in profitable stage from the last few years, and like the company must have at least 5 to 7 people or employees on payroll and should be in a profitable stage from the last 3 to 4 years. So these are the some categories or these are the criterias. If a company outside the US qualifies for the same, they can open a branch office in the United States. Why we do not consider L1A visa as an investment visa? Because in investment visa, there is another kind of visa known as EB5, in which you need to invest 800,000 US dollars and you need to generate 10 full-time opportunities in the US. And then you get a 2 year conditional green card. But in L1A visa, you can start your US expansion by just showing a capital of around 15,000 to 20,000 US dollars in your US company's bank account. And then by sending someone either on a senior management level or even a co-founder, founder, director, you can say country head person can also go on L1A visa and can start expanding your business in the US. Most of the people think that to apply for L1A visa, there must be an already an existing US company, and in that company only, like someone can send their employee from India. But In L1A visa, there is another category that most people are not aware of, that is known as the L1A new office setup. In which, let's suppose I am running a company or business in India from last 5 years, and I have at least 7 employees on my payroll and an annual turnover, and my company is in a profitable stage. So if I am qualifying these criteria, I can open a branch office in the US, new office, nothing existing presence, but I just want to expand my business to the US, and I will open a new company, and then I will apply the L1A visa. Now, what are the advantages of applying an L1A visa? Like, L1A visa gives you the fastest pathway for green card as well in the future. It gives you the business opportunities to enter the US market by not investing or by not risking a huge amount upfront. And then comes up the, like, you and your family, your spouse, your children under 21 can also get a dependent visa. And after that, you can get a family green card within 3 years as well. Now, what is the most important part for an L1 visa? That if you are opening a new company in the US, okay, you do not need to invest huge amount upfront like before getting the visa. Like, you can start, let's suppose what the process looks like is, in India, let's suppose we open a company. Okay, let's suppose when we start to do a business in India, what is the first step that we think? Like, we need to think like what type of business we are going to do. Once we have the idea like what type of business we are going to do, then we think about at what place we are going to do that business. And then we start lease an office. We either lease an office or then we purchase an office. Once we have an office space, once we have a physical office, then we think about the employees, that I cannot do the whole business alone. I need at least 1 employee, 2 employees, 3 employees to work for me. And then comes up the plan, that okay, I have established an office, I have employees. Now, what type of business I am going to do in India? So similar pattern goes for the US company, because the company that you will be opening in US will be the same ownership of the Indian company. Like, Indian company and US company will have should have the same ownership. It is known as the L1A intra company transfer visa. So in US company as well, like, once you decided, okay, I want to expand my business to the US and I want to open a branch office, then comes up the first step is known as the company setup. Like, there are three types of spaces for office: virtual space, co-working, and then comes up the physical office space. So for L1A visa, once you apply for L1A visa, physical office space is mandatory. Like, you must show that from day one you have leased an office, you are paying the rent, and you and your employees that you will be going to hire can come on that particular physical office and can work for your business. First is known as the company setup, then comes up the most important plan, that is known as business plan. That okay, you are requesting the government to approve these particular kind of business that you want to do in the US. But before approving that, government wants to see that what you have in your mind, that what type of business you are going to do in the US. Initial L1A is given for 1 year. For that 1 year, in that 1 year, you will need to show to the government in your business plan that what type of business you are going to do in that initial 1 year. Okay, let's suppose I leased an office space in Florida. Why I have chosen the Florida? Let's suppose I am saying that I will be doing IT business in US. Already there are hundreds of companies in the US that are doing the same kind of business that you are looking to do. What uniqueness your business brings if they approve your L1A visa, and what type of projections and what type of hiring structure you are going to give to the USCIS if they give you the L1A visa. Initial L1A gets approved very easily. I will say from 198 cases do gets approved. Okay, because government says, okay, we are giving you 1 year visa, come and check if you can continue your business. And if in that 1 year you are able to generate some kind of employment or some kind of business in your US company, then you can apply for extension. In India, like as I said, that this is not for multinational companies or Fortune 500 companies. Only those companies can apply for L1. Mid-sized companies, this visa is for small to mid-sized companies. I will not say startups that are less than a year old or not having employees. I will say companies who are from running from 4 5 years, annual turnover of 5 to 7 CR, and profitable stage employees up to 7 to 8 employees on payroll. So these kind of companies can qualify. And the biggest advantage of L1A visa is that you do not need to do the same business in US that you are doing in India. Let's suppose I am running an IT company in India, but I want to open a restaurant in US. That is totally doable on L1A visa. It's not that you need to open an IT company only in US. No. It's just the Indian company ownership and the US company ownership should be the same. Let's suppose I am running a steel manufacturing unit in India. It is not possible for me to apply in US. So I can open a sales office as well. Like these kind of businesses I can do on L1A visa. And now comes up the eligibility structure of the Indian company. In India, we have basically around three types of companies known as sole proprietorship, then comes up the partnership, and then comes up the private limited. So all three companies do qualify for apply for L1A visa, but for each and every company, the structure and the scenarios becomes different. Like the best structure we recommend that if a company is applying is known as the private limited. A private limited company is known as the best part to apply for an L1A visa, in that either one director or a senior management person can go on L1A visa. Or in a partnership form as well, one partner can go on L1A visa. And in sole proprietor as well, like the sole owner or either a senior manager in that company can go, but there are some criteria for that which we need to fulfill by making a power of attorney or a agreement as well. Now, if I come talk about the investment part, so as I already told, like no huge capital of amount is required in this. Indian company will transfer an amount of around 15,000 to 25,000 US dollars in their US company's bank account to show that yes, US company has initial funds to uh, start their operations in the United States. From day one, rent will be there. From day one, expenses will be there. Miscellaneous expenses will be there. Marketing expense will be there. If you will hire one employee, two employee, that expense will be there. So how that US company will be handling that expenditure? Because from day one, US company will not be able to generate the employment revenue. So in that case, we show that Indian company has enough funds, and in that case, Indian company has already transferred some amount to the US company's bank account, and US company will be making expenses in that scenario. And in the meantime, US company will start generating its own revenue, and then the US company can handle their expenses. Now, if I talk about the let's say US company structure, in US also we have two types of structure, company structures known as LLC and corporation. Most of the people do register, like you can say LLC, and because they think that LLC is a uh, budget friendly and taxes are very less. But while applying for L1A visa, we do not need to take care of the taxes. Okay, we need to think that how the government will look at the company structure and the scenario that we presented to the USCIS. So we always recommend to open a corporation, that to C Corp, because it gives a better structure to the US company along with the L1A petition. You can compare C Corp as a private limited company in India. So while opening a company with the mindset of applying L1A visa in the future as well, you always register a company with C Corp. Physical office is the first step that one needs to take care of. You can lease a small office where two to three people can sit, and monthly rental can go up to $500 to $600 on an average basis, but it depends on the location to location. And then we register C Corp. Like once the corporation is done, bank accounts, stock certificates, legal certificates, all types of stuffs that needs to be taken care of while registering the company in the US. Then second step of the process comes up the business plan. Like as I told, like this is the most important part for the plan, that why you want L1A visa, what kind of business you are going to do, what are your projections for that initial 1 year. And then comes up the petition filing, in which you will show that how Indian company and US companies are interlinked, all the documentation of the Indian company, how it is running, and the documentation of the US company, that what they are going to do in the US. So these are the basic, and you can say the basic overview of the L1A visa, like how it works and what is the scenario of the L1A visa. Like most of the people have myths. They come to me asking like how much investment I need to make, and what if my visa does not get in, like what are the scenarios. So I will say like L1A visa is not a typical you can say B1 B2 visa or any kind of investment visa. Like we always tell our clients, do not consider it as an investment visa, consider it as a business visa. Like you are doing business in India, same scenario goes for US, that you will be doing your business in the US as well. So, and now if I come about the applicant requirements, that what are the applicant requirements. Let's suppose I am running a private limited company in India, and I am the director in that company, and I am running and I am working with this company for at least 5 years. So I will be the eligible person to go on L1A visa. The condition given by the USCIS says the applicant must have worked for the Indian company or for the company outside the US for at least one continuous year in the recent 3 years. And that person should be either on a managerial level or on an executive level. And that person should have authority over at least 5 to 7 people working under him, and they are involved in the decision makings and the business functioning of the company as well. Like they must not be a normal marketing guy or sales guy, they must be at a operational management level. Like under me, I have 5 to 7 people working for me. So this is the eligibility criteria for an Indian company person, director, partner, senior manager. Anyone can go who is working, and they must be getting the salary as well from the company's payroll. If I talk about the employees that I am talking about, that employees, they must be skilled employees. Labor category people will not work. Okay, we will say at least like that people, if they are graduate, that is very good enough. If they are not, then they should be very much skilled in their work, like they know what type of work they are doing. So these are the criteria for the applicant, you can say, that you will need to do. Now if I talk about the timeline of the L1A visa, initial L1A visa is given for 1 year. After 1 year, we can apply for extensions. Total, we can apply for 3 extensions given for 2 year each. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Total L1A duration is of 7 years. But once I apply first extension, that is given for 2 years, immediately after that, I can apply for a family green card as well, or a green card as well. L1A gives a L1A visa is the fastest category as of now to get a green card for Indians especially, because other categories for EB2, EB3, the waiting time is around 10 years, 15 years for getting a green card. But in L1 right now you can get a green card within 3 years only. Like you, your spouse and children under 21 years of age. And in the meantime, you can stay on L1A, and your spouse and children can stay on dependent visa known as the L2 visa. Now if I talk about some common mistakes that the client make, like why they get RFEs or rejections, and we should take care of applying before submitting the petition to the USA, is first I will tell about weak business plan. Like business plan, you can say, is the heart of the petition. Okay, like you are going to do business, that means you already have a mindset that yes, this kind of business I am going to do. So your business plan should speak out clearly, like what your intention is in the United States. Another thing I will tell about is like you are not able to show that yes, you are working on a managerial level and you do not manage day-to-day tasks in your company. You have at least 5 to 7 employees working for you under you. Third comes up the ownership scenario. Like Indian companies owned by someone else, US companies owned by someone else. That will not work. Indian company and US company should have a relationship between each other to show that yes, Indian company is sending an employee to their US counterpart only. That is not a separate entity in the US. Now, if I talk about the green card pathway that I already told is like L1A to EB1C, it does not require any kind of you can say labor certification, and EB2, EB3 are the waiting long waiting times, and in L1A you can get it from within 3 years. Now if I tell about like how we help clients and now how we help people to get L1A visa is that we do end to end process, like from screening the initial eligibility for the client till the client gets the petition approved, like from setting up of the company in US, from opening the bank account in the US, like making up of the business plan, like filing up of the petition, like everything is handled by our end. And what we recommend to clients is do not once you get the L1A visa, work according to the business plan, and we handhold the client till the client gets the extension, because we tell the client that okay, now for these 3 months do this type of business, then for another 3 months do this type of business. Because initial L1 visa is very easy to get because government is giving you a chance, okay, come and try your luck. But after 1 year there is no such criteria in extension as well, that you need to show 500,000 business, $1 million business, you need to have hire 10 people. No, you can hire 1 to 2 people on also in your US company if you can show the work that your US company is doing can be managed remotely as well. So this is the most important part for N1 visa. Most people think, okay, I will need to hire 3 people, 4 people, 5 people in US company, but my work can be managed remotely. That can also be done, but it cannot be like that you do not hire even 1 people or 2 people, because government wants to see that you are not doing day-to-day tasks. You are on a managerial or executive level, and you are managing at least 1 to 2 people under you who are doing calls for you, who are visiting banks for you. Day-to-day tasks are managed by them, not you, and you are giving instructions or orders to them. So this is the, like I can say, basic overview of L1A visa. I will just conclude it like Indian company should be in a profitable stage, running from several years, you can say 3, 4, 5 years, or should be in a like employees should be there. Okay, skilled employees should be there. If you are qualifying these criteria, you can open a branch office in the US. No huge investment required, just 10 to 15,000 US dollars to show your US company can manage the initial expenses. Come to the US, apply for start working for that company, expand your business, and after 1 year apply for extensions, and then green card. Within 3 years you will get a family green card. So this is the basic overview, and now we can start taking the questions. Daljit, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kwaish, for the detailed explanation for L1 visa. I believe many of our clients' questions were clarified during this introduction itself. So, still, if any queries, please free to raise your hand or type your question in the chat box also.
So Daljit, I think we have already have some questions in the chat box. Can you
There
repeat
is
them?
a question from Parth that what is the success ratio for considering current scenario? Also, how it is better than H1B because H1 was the best option, but now getting revoked.
Hmm. So see, like success ratio, like no one can give you the 100% guarantee. Okay, like it totally depends on the case to case. But H1 and L1 both are totally different visas. Okay, like why the H1s are getting revoked, that also we need to check, because I do not think so that H1s are getting revoked. Many H1s are getting revoked. But if I particularly talk about L1 visa, so as of now there is no such changes in the rules by the government. And as per my experience, like if your file is pretty good and eligible, then I think success ratio you can say up to 99%, because it does not depends on us. It totally depends on what USCIS officer is thinking at that time. But the good advantage in L1A visa is that you do not get denial automatically or at one go. We receive RFE, known as request for evidence, in which government asks us additional documents, and then we can submit it, and then we can get the approval as well.
Okay. And there is question also from Binil. Will I able to apply? I have 40 employees and I have started my company on April 2024.
Hmm. So we need to check that, like what 40 employees are working on, which position they are working, what's the company scenario, and what type of services the company is providing. So I think the we can share the initial eligibility form with him, and then we can look into that.
Okay. So anyone have any questions? You can unmute yourself and ask the questions.
So I think we have more questions as well, like
Chat box, right?
mm, chat box, like I have a company in Florida. Can I go on L1A visa? Like we need to check that company's initial eligibility, like from how many years old it is, because in L1, if your US company is more than a year old from the date of incorporation, then it is no longer considered as a new company setup. If your US company is more than a year old, and you will need to show employees in the US company and the running structure in the US company as well. The advantage of applying a new office setup means your US company is less than a year old from the date of incorporation. In that case, you do not need to show any kind of employees or any kind of turnover in the US company.
Okay, and there is question. My company is a sole proprietorship doing 1 CR of revenue annually,
Mhm.
3 full-time employees and 2 part-time. Am I eligible for this?
Again, we need to check the criteria of that company. Like sole proprietor can do it. I will not say they cannot do, but yeah, there are some eligibilities and structure that we need to take care of, and then we can check upon it. Like we can share the initial eligibility checklist, and then from there we can take it over one.
Okay. And there's question from Shibu. Can the spouse work on this visa?
Like spouse, they will get L2 visa, and on that they will need to apply employment authorization document EAD, and then they can work on L2 visa. Yes, the spouse can work along with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, and from the Jaws, I have a company in India started in 2021
Mhm.
and its turnover is 50 to 60 lakh annually, 12 employees. So I guess he's looking for eligibility check.
Uh, we need to check like what type of services the company is providing and what is the structure of the company. But I think turnover is pretty low to apply for L1A visa, because this is turnover. This is not the profit. USA is considered like it a profit. Like there must be expenses from 50-60 lakhs as well. Like 12 employees are there, so there must be, let's suppose, 30 lakh of expense in Indian company. So then we need to check that how the Indian company will be going to manage the expenses in the US company. Although there is no such criteria given by the government that this much turnover company only can apply for the L1 visa, but then also we will need to check before whether the company can apply or not.
Okay. And there are question from Karthik. Minimum age of the company.
Mhm.
Uh,
Minimum age, I can say, like at least the company should be running from at least 3 years. You can say 3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
yeah. Minimum employees required in India.
There is no such number, but we recommend at least 7 to 8 employees should be there.
Okay. Minimum employees required in USA at different extension stages during green card application.
It totally depends on what kind of business you are going to do in the US. It depends on your business requirement, how you can convince it to the USCIS. Some business can require 2 employees, and some business can require 20 employees as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Minimum profit should the Indian company be making annually?
There is no such minimum number recommended by the government, but that much profit that you can be able to bear the US company expenses or the initial investment, like as I said, $15,000 to $20,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So, if you
we
have
have done
any
with
more
the chat
questions,
box.
anyone, please ask.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself if anyone has any kind of
So
questions.
Yeah.
first, just a quick question.
Yes.
As you told, once if anyone goes out there on L1 visa as on a managerial position,
Mhm.
what is the salary a company needs to pay them?
It totally depends on the wage level of that particular county or city where the US company is registered.
Mm-hmm.
But it must be according to the minimum wage level. I can say up to 8,000 to 10,000 US dollars monthly should be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were telling in order to get your first extension, that is
Mhm.
after the first year,
Mhm.
what is the minimum turnover that we need to show in first year, or what are so that we get the the first extension?
There is no such a number fixed given by the USCIS that you need to show that much of turnover. But if I let's suppose your US company has generated an annual turnover of around 50,000 US dollars as well,
Mm-hmm.
but you have contracts in place, you have people working for you, and you can show that yes, I have generated five contracts already. Five contracts are done, and five more I am expecting in the next 1 year if I get the extension. Then also you can apply for the extension, and in most cases it do gets approved. USAs wants to see the legitimacy that yes, you are genuinely running the business. They do not tell that you have to generate this much of business and then only we will give you the extension. No, USCIS says you are coming for business purpose. Try to generate your business. If you are generating but at a slow pace as well, that is also possible. Then you can apply for extension as well.
Mhm. And is it necessary to hire people once we set up a office over there in addition to one manager?
Like I will say hire at least two people if you can show that yes, your company's work is managed by the Indian company, because you are coming on a managerial or executive level by showing in India you are managing at least 5 to 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how you will be doing all the daily work? Government do not wants you to go or go to bank or manage all the daily works for you. There must be someone who will be working for you, and you must be giving orders to that person.
Something at administrator level also, or it
Correct.
should be something as a skilled employee itself as such?
Like both can be done. Like I will say, like if you are coming as an executive level, you can hire one normal guy, okay, who can do all the work for you, like making the calls, setting up the meetings with the clients. This much of the should he will be doing. Yeah. Diljit, I think we have
There is a
finished.
question from Karthik. I am into research. How many minimum employees do you need if you run a scientific research company?
If you are talking about the US company, that how many minimum employees, that totally depends on what kind of business you are going to do. What are you showing in your business plan? At what extent of level you are doing to generate your business in the US? Like as I said, you can start from two, but if you are showing that no, I am going to do at this much scale of business, then accordingly the business can and employees can be increased.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi, sir. I have one query. This is Shiva.
yeah, please.
So, how does your company apply for the L1A visa? Is an attorney involved in that process?
Yes, if you want to be an attorney involved in that, that is also possible. But before applying L1A visa, attorney is not a mandatory requirement.
Okay.
Okay, we have our own office in US, and we are known as immigration consultants. And your
Okay.
US on behalf of your US company only, the L1A petition can be submitted. But if you want
Okay.
an attorney to be involved, that is also possible. We have in-house attorneys as well.
Is there any extra charge involved while involving attorney or?
Yeah, there might be some additional charge if the attorney should be involved.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. One more query.
Yeah.
So, how will you assist with green card process and what is the probability of
Yes.
obtaining green card?
We assist with the L1A visa, neo L1A, then extension, and then green card as well. Till green card, we can assist you.
So, what will be the probability of getting green card for an L1A visa holder?
That is also I'm saying, like you can say up to 98%. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
till green card, like you can say after 1 year you will apply your extension. Then once you get
Mm-hmm.
extension, then you can apply green card. Okay, so the green card is known as EB1C. For that, different criteria needs to be fulfilled according to the business.
Okay.
And accordingly, we can proceed for the green card application as well.
So, okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So just a quick follow-up of what Shiva asked about the green card. Once we apply it, what is the timeline that we can expect to get the green card? At least the first approval.
Right now, the priority date for getting the green card, the waiting time is around 3 years for Indians. Once you submit the petition for green card to the USCIS, you will need to wait for at least 3 years. And after 3 years, you will get a green card in hand. And in the meantime on, you can continue staying on L1A visa.
Khwahish, I have a question. Hi.
Yes, please, Ravi.
Who you?
Hello.
Can you speak, Khwahish?
Yeah, I can hear you, Ravi.
Okay, so Khwahish, quickly, what reasons can we see in case we have a rejection? What reasons could it be?
See, there are no specific reasons for the rejection. Although I have not seen many rejections, but yeah, we do receive RFEs by showing that the government considers the office space if that is virtual, or if they consider it as that. Like you can say operational staff, that the person we have shown L1A visa, that
Okay.
is not managing employees. Okay, and you can say the owning structure of between the Indian and US company. So I have seen many less rejections, but I have seen RFEs regarding these type of scenarios.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sorry to ask you one more question.
Yes.
What could be the minimum and maximum processing time of this?
If I talk about our processing time, so once we receive all the documents that we need, like for business setup, business plan, company setup, business plan, petition filing, you can say up to 45 working days.
काम का L1 वाला का है
है ना? And for the if I talk about the government timeline, if the client wants to go with normal processing, then it may take up to 4 to 6 months. If the client wants premium, then within 15 working days, the decision will be done.
Thanks, Khwahish. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi. So, Diljit, do we have any more questions?
No, I guess we have done with all the questions.
So I am just dropping our contact.
Approximately, sorry to disturb you, approximately कितना खर्चा लगता है इसके अंदर?
We can tell you after once we analyze your profile and everything. So I am just dropping our email address and phone number. We can connect over there one-to-one. Yeah.
And we can apply for our family members also for the L2 visa along with the same petition.
Yes, it can be done once your L1A visa petition is approved. Then you and your family can all together go to attend the interview at the US consulate, and all visas will be stamped at one time only.
Okay.
Yeah.
In addition to office setup expense, what are the other expenses that we can expect over there, Mr. Pash?
After you get L1A, then the expenses will be that a normal office needs to be beared, like give employee salaries or the miscellaneous expenses that you will need to take care in mind. But till L1A visa, the expenses will be like giving monthly rent, and then I can say these are the only expenses that you will need to take care of, and the amount that you will be transferring from your Indian company bank account to US company bank account.
So first we have to set up and then file for L1A.
Absolutely. Because US company, on behalf of US company, only L1A can be filed. So if you do not have a US company, you cannot file for an L1A.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the timeline for this?
Like you can say within 7 days, we process all the documentation from our end, and the rest remaining time depends on the government of that particular state. But you can say up to 10 to 15 working days to get the incorporation and the IN number.
No, I mean, as you told, we have to first set up register a company, then take up a office space, rent it out, and then file for the L1A. So
So
our
as I said,
L1A
like the company
processing.
setup process, you can say 15 days, and then the L1A visa processing, including business plan, you can say up to 30 days.
Okay. So roughly about 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months you can say, including government time and if you do premium processing. Yeah.
So you have premium processing in this as well?
Yeah, premium processing is the option privilege given by the government if you want a
Yes.
faster decision from the government end.
But we have for this visa as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. Within 15 days, you will get the decision. Yeah.
Okay, and normal processing, how much time they are taking
You
for
can say
giving?
about 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. So if we put it into normal processing time, we have to keep our office space.
Yes, yes. You have to keep your office space active.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Kaush, I think we have done with the question part, right?
Yeah.
So if anyone have questions, you can contact us on the email ID or phone number that Kaush has mentioned in the chat box. And Kaush, you can also tell us the ongoing offer for the Christmas we are having.
Yeah, so right now we are running quick offer for the L1A visa services. Like if you enroll us before 31st of December, so you will get a flat 10% off on all our service fees on the total services that we usually charge from our clients. Usually we have a fixed service fee, and but if you do get enrolled before 31st of December, then you will get a flat 10% off on our fee.
Yeah.
I think Diljit, this
Yeah.
is all as of now. And if you have any more questions, then you can directly reach out to us on the contact details mentioned in the chat box.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah,
everyone joining for the
for
webinar.
joining the webinar and giving your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.